What's up, fight fans? This is Curtaville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko. Tyson Fury sends a comedic 5th anniversary message to Vladimir Klitschko. He's had this to say. He says, 5 years since I've battered Klitschko, the undefeated man for 11 years. He says, and then he said it took the bald-headed Gypsy King to go to Germany and give him a good hiding, and then take all of his belts and chuck them all in the bin, referring to when he was stripped of the titles, of course, due to Tyson Fury's personal battle with depression. Due to this, the rematch Klitschko was entitled to never took place, as Fury was out of action until Klitschko retired. Wow. And this is what he had to say verbatim.
Since I batted Klitschko, the undefeated man for 11 years. And it took the old bald-headed Gypsy King to go to Germany and give him a good hiding. And take all of his belts and then chuck them all in the bin. Very fitting, really, wasn't it? My dad said it'd ruin his life too. Get up there, you big tosser. You big...
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, which he will never let die, the accomplishment that he achieved that night of beating that champion, Vladimir Klitschko. He was the man. Him and his brother, they sold up the division. Tyson Fury was the first pioneer to break that stronghold. Okay, it was a stronghold. Make no mistake about it. If you beat a Klitschko, you had to beat him again. When you beat him again, you had to fight the other one. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy with the way the contracts was constructed, you know. And a lot of people at the time looked at that as, oh, that's old news. Well, it's news that happened. On top of that, Tyson Fury is not letting it die. Okay, he's not letting it die because people need to understand the reason why the heavyweight division is where it's at now is because of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was the first one to do that. He was the alpha. Anthony Joshua, I think, is the omega. Okay, but you had to have the alpha first before you can have the omega. Okay, so, you know, not pondering on Joshua, Tyson Fury was the first one to do what he needed to do. And he did it by going to his backyard, which something Anthony Joshua could not say. Because, in fact, he went to, Vladimir Klitschko went to England, okay, to fight Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury went to Germany to fight Vladimir Klitschko. So that holds a lot of weight when you talk about giving up concessions, okay? So, you know, the underdog at that, the guy that says, you know what, I'm going to give it up. He didn't give away all the concessions, mind you. It was a thing of with the gloves. It was a thing about the canvas padding or how the canvas was constructed, the material on that. It was a lot of things that the weighing scales. It was a lot of things that were actually allowed in that fight. So Tyson Fury did have concessions in that fight, but nonetheless, they came to a fight, and the fight actually took place, which was great, and he upset Vladimir Klitschko. Now, here's the counterpunch, okay? The counter is, for Tyson Fury, you know he's just, you know, messing around. You know he's just poking fun. But someone like Vladimir Klitschko never got the opportunity to face Tyson Fury again. You know, and Vladimir Klitschko is in that same boat like Oscar De La Hoya. I think Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao retired Oscar De La Hoya, but I think it was Mayweather that caused him to first begin to think about retiring because he never had the opportunity to face Floyd Mayweather again. And what Floyd Mayweather did, just like Tyson Fury, retired. Counterpunch. They both retired because they did not want to uphold that contract, whatever that case is. And I remember when Vladimir Klitschko activated that rematch clause, he was in a situation where he was like, you know what? I want this guy more than ever. You can see it was a different spirit that he had in the second fight maybe or maybe not Tyson Fury acknowledged that and was like, you know what? No way, no how. I'm partying anyway. I got things on my mind. I can't do this. See you later. And then he retired. Okay, so, but it doesn't take away the first win. I think it actually aggravates Vladimir Klitschko because Vladimir Klitschko hasn't forgot about that loss either. If you guys can remember back early last month, when Klitschko said that Tyson Fury is still a cheater. Okay, so there's bad blood between Vladimir Klitschko and Tyson Fury. And here's the deal. Here's the kicker. If Vladimir Klitschko decides to come out of retirement, because he trains too much, he's probably training right now, Vladimir is. If he decides to come out of retirement, I'm pretty sure he's going to try to get that fight with Tyson Fury if Tyson Fury is still on top. Because I think Vladimir, is 44 years of age right now. Let me check. How old is Vladimir Klitschko?
Vladimir Klitschko is 44 years old.
So he's 44 years old. Now, it would probably take another year. Now, it depends on when his birthday is. Because I think he is, in March. So in March, he'll be 45. So he can come out of retirement in 2022, okay? And he'll be older than George Foreman was, because George Foreman was 45 years, 8 months. So I think he may be planning to come out of retirement. And the way these things are going, if you look at the signs, Vladimir Klitschko, lashing out and throwing shade on Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury then in return is not letting Vladimir Klitschko forget about the upset loss in Germany. So what does that mean? I think as long as these guys talk, as long as the spirit and the energy there, good or bad, is still up and running and still circulating, I think there's an opportunity somewhere down the line for Vladimir Klitschko to come out of retirement and challenge Tyson Fury for the heavyweight shot. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury and his comedic comment towards Vladimir Klitschko. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.